What's going on, guys? It's Anthony, and in today's video we're going to be taking a first look at FSD beta. So I was one of the lucky people who received the full self-driving beta over the weekend on June 6th, and when I got it I was actually in Las Vegas, so that was cool. I got to use it in Vegas first before here in Phoenix. It honestly navigated the streets of Vegas pretty well, and Vegas is a pretty crazy city. If you've ever been there before, you would know how crazy it is. So I used it driving home, and I've used it a little bit here in Phoenix, but I actually just got my little camera mount today, so bear with me. I'm gonna try to figure out the best camera angle, but this is what I picked for this video, and we're gonna take a look at the beta. So I know that this neighborhood has a roundabout, so that's kind of why I want to try it. It does look like it routes us through the roundabout. So without further ado, let's kick this thing into autopilot. So double tap and let's go. So I'm gonna lower the speed here to 30 miles an hour. And through the boring parts, I will fast forward. So here we are making a right-hand turn. It does do right on red. So the wheel was a little bit jerky there as we pulled up. And now it says autopilot creeping forward. Yep, I don't see any cars, so, oh wow, I heard the tires screech there. It makes turns a little too fast. So I'm gonna hit the camera button, and that camera button, if you're not familiar with beta, will actually send the footage of what just happened over the last, I believe, 30 seconds to Tesla. So that way they can use that footage to fix it. So as you see, we've got arrows here and we need to be getting over, which we did. And I've never done this turn before with full self-driving beta, so let's see how it handles this. So it puts on the turn signal, which it doesn't really need to do. Okay, that was a little sloppy, so, but it did it. It made the turn, so that's good. Now the lines here kind of disappear, so I'm wondering how that's gonna work. And it looks like for the most part it's good. It's got a little bit lost there, but it maintained the right side of the road, which is great. So with the full self-driving beta, you do need to have your hands on the wheels. And believe me, I think you want your hands on the wheel just because it's a beta. It's not perfect. I didn't like how back there it kind of went to the left a little bit. I don't know if you picked up on that. So it'll actually highlight cars in blue that it's really like focused on. So that way you know if the Tesla can see the car. So now we're getting into the right lane, which is good. Turn signal is on. So this is a little tight over here, but as you can see on the screen, the Tesla can see very clearly. One thing I really do like about this new update is the fact that it actually shows turn signals and lights on the cars. There we go, makes that turn. And honestly, that turn was pretty beautiful. That was a good turn. So now up here, the lane ends and then it merges over. So let's see what happens here. I've noticed with beta, it's kind of had a hard time with this, but it's actually doing this pretty good. Okay, so the car is slowing down and it should be getting into the right lane right here. Ooh, okay. That wasn't bad. For a second there, it made me think, oh no, but it handled it pretty good. So far, guys, 0 interventions, which is awesome. So as you can see in the intersection, look at all of the detail that the car can see. It's pretty incredible. And you can see this blue line that shows the path of where the car is going to go. You can see this car is highlighted in blue that just stopped, so the Tesla was paying attention to that for sure. And the light is green, so let's go. And so I believe this is the turn, yep. So the car is getting ready to make this unprotected left-hand turn. Here it goes. Nice. So it did it a little fast, but overall it did a really good job. So now as we're driving here, we're going to be approaching this roundabout. It's switching lanes even though the lane ends. And we've got a yield here at the roundabout. So this is the first roundabout I'm letting the Tesla do. So it navigated it pretty well. It was pretty basic. It didn't have to go around the circle as you saw, but it definitely had to go through it, and it did good. And luckily there weren't other cars around. I will be doing stress tests, so definitely make sure that you subscribe to the channel for those. So we're going to be turning into this neighborhood here. You can kind of see how it'll operate through a residential neighborhood. I would like to see it take turns a little bit slower and not go as fast. That is a critique. Like, it's just a little too fast. Feels like a teenager driving the car, honestly. So we're at the destination that I picked. And okay, so now that we're here, I'm going to exit that out. And why don't we try the roundabout again? And by the way, we made it here without any interventions other than that little lane change that I did. So let's go just past the roundabout. There we go. So this will go completely through the roundabout. So this will be interesting. So we're going to put it back into drive. And this is a little dead end. This is interesting. Unable to complete maneuver. So we know that it can't do dead ends yet. So it can't really navigate parking lots, and it can't do dead ends clearly, as we just saw. So let's go to this roundabout. I'm going to lower the speed to 25. Okay. Making a turn. A little bit more left than I would like it to be, but it stopped for the stop sign. Now it's creeping forward to check, and it's confident, so here we go. I saw a little ghost person pop up. I don't know if you guys caught that. But here we go, we're at the roundabout and we're going fully through it. So let's see how it handles this. So it's stopping at the yield. Now it's going. Now it's stopping. Overall, pretty good. It shouldn't have stopped right there, so I'm gonna send that to Tesla. But overall, it did pretty good. And then this is where we're turning toward the destination. I love how it handles these turns. Like I said, a little bit too fast, but pretty good. So there's someone behind me, so I kicked it out here, but this is our destination anyway. So yeah, that was a little test of the roundabout. Why don't we do more neighborhood driving? So there is a little roundabout over here, and this one's going to be tricky because there's this road over here, this intersection, and I don't believe there's a light, but I could be wrong. Right now it's routing us through the wrong lane, so I really hope that FSD can pick up on that. Otherwise I'll have to take over. But let's see how this works. So there's a mail truck here that's approaching the intersection, so we'll be able to see how the Tesla handles that. I don't see any cars going, so we're gonna go. He's giving me a hand motion. Oh, So the mail truck, it was scared. He didn't want to go, and I don't blame him because that was super sloppy. Not good. So I sent that to Tesla. And here we are at the roundabout again. And I believe we're going this way, so it's not totally around it. Hesitated there for a second, but ultimately it went, so that's good. It does really well when there's not other cars around. When there's other cars around, it kind of hesitates a little bit, but it still does pretty good. And I know that people that have had FSD for a while have said that, you know, it used to be really bad in the beginning. So where it's at today, we should be grateful for. So here we are at the intersection. I see a Toyota coming from the left. I see another Toyota from the right, and it can see both. And so I think it'll go after this. Yep. Nice. It did good. Okay, here's the roundabout, and we're gonna go, before we went like straight through it, now we're going all the way around it. So it confidently just went through the yield sign, which I'm not that happy about. It should have slowed down. And now it's going around this roundabout, and it's handling it pretty good. Wow, guys, that was really good. It went all the way around the roundabout. And honestly, I was really like nervous about how it would handle roundabouts. And it just did 3 different ones. But anyway, guys, that is all for today's FSD video. Going through some residential neighborhoods here and some roundabouts. Overall, it did really well, and I'm really excited to see how this technology improves. And I will be making videos probably twice a week showing off FSD beta and showing it getting better and better and better. Because right now, I mean, it's amazing. Like, we're basically looking at a car that can pretty much drive itself from point A to point B with very little help, including through neighborhoods, stop signs, stoplights. I mean, a lot of cars today, they have technology where they can do like autopilot type features on the highway, but there is no other car like a Tesla right now. And so it's absolutely amazing to be a part of this and to actually use and see this technology in real time. So if you enjoyed today's video and you want to see more FSD beta content, definitely hit the subscribe button and notification bell. And also please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. That way it ranks higher in the algorithm. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.